What's up, Rock Church family? Just wanted to send out a video update for you guys and just an encouragement. So obviously we know it's been an interesting week with the COVID-19 stuff going on. There's a lot of panic, there's a lot of worry, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of unknowns. And I just want to encourage you guys on multiple different fronts. You have to remember we should be a different people, right? We live from faith. We're not going to live from fear. It was interesting. I try to pay attention to what God does and brings into my life as far as messages go, and sometimes they're so timely. And I just recently got a book on death by Tim Keller. Now let me finish. I'm not trying to freak you out. But he talks about how back in the day, people weren't so scared of death. People died young. Life expectancies were around 40 years old, 35 years old, even in Bible times. And death was so common. A lot of parents would see their own children die. A lot of people would see death all the time. God has done such an amazing work at redeeming our land, I believe, that now we don't see death like that. So we've become very comfortable, but almost to a fault. We no longer like to talk about it. He compared it to talking about sex. He said back in the day, no one talked about sex. Now no one talks about death. And the reason I bring that up is I think underneath this entire thing with COVID, that's really what the fear is, right? Our loved ones dying, us dying. Are we really scared of a cold or a flu, right? No, we're scared of the worst case scenario, and that would be death. And that's natural, right? Because inside of us, we know that's not right. That's not what we were meant for. We think we have a higher purpose, and we do. And we were made for eternity. So I just want to embrace it. Like as Christians, we can embrace death. Right? That sounds scary, but what I'm saying is we're not going to live from a place of fear. Paul literally said to live is Christ and to die is gain. And I know that it's hard to live from that reality, but that if Paul did it, that means it's possible for us. So I think during this COVID time that we can press into prayer, we can press into our relationship, we can stand and be an example and stand in faith and not in fear. I'm not saying our loved ones are going to die. I believe that we're standing on the promises of His word and we're abiding under the shadow of the Almighty in Psalm 91, and we're standing on those things. We're praying for our people every day. But let's not be fearful, right? Let's take this time. Let's encourage one another and take this time. And let's not miss out. There's one pastor that said today, don't miss out on the virus. What he means is this opportunity to stay at home for some of us, to not go out and be everywhere and be at home more. Let's spend time with our kids. Let's spend time in the Word. Let's spend time with God. Let's contemplate things we normally wouldn't contemplate, right? And we will see growth and fruit through this time. So a couple things about us and our services coming up. We are going to do a live stream on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. We're going to follow all the rules. We're going to have a small team of worship there. We're going to go through our normal liturgy. If you guys want to meet in small groups of 5 to 10 people, we do want to abide by the CDC's recommendations. That'd be great. Meet with them. Have communion ready. We're going to go through a whole service and we're going to worship together. We're going to take communion together. We're going to hear the Word of God preached together. And I also want to encourage you that you would tell people that normally wouldn't go to church, hey, check this video out. Because I think people are going to be more receptive right now in a time of fear. Like I said, when people are confronted with death, that's something that really opens their hearts up. They're like, man, this earth is temporary. In the blink of an eye, it can all be over. But not for us, right? We have something more to offer. So let's show that to people. Let's get in their face and say, hey, check this out. Come over, watch this video. I also want to tell you, Kingdom communities are going to resume, but not in person. Next week, we're going to be sending links with Zoom accounts to all of our Kingdom community leaders, and they're going to send them out to you. And you're going to be able to join your Kingdom communities right from your home. We don't care if you get small groups together again of 5 to 10 people, and you can do it that way. That's totally fine. But we are going to follow and use wisdom the CDC guidelines. So I love you, Rock Church. Praying for you. Keep praying for your pastors and for our congregation. And let's trust in God. Let's stand in faith and not in fear.